The origin of everything begins with a paradox, absolute nothingness. Not darkness, not emptiness, not even a void, but the complete absence of space, time, matter, and energy. From this nothingness emerged the universe, not gradually, but in a cataclysmic moment we call the Big Bang. There is no prior before, no stage for cause to act, and yet something happened. Physics, which relies on cause and effect, struggles to describe how existence could emerge from non-existence. The question itself defies ordinary logic, yet it is the most fundamental mystery of cosmology. How does something arise when there is nothing to act upon, nothing to precede it, and no context for causation to operate? Modern science offers partial answers, though each one is as unsettling as it is fascinating. Quantum mechanics hints that fluctuations can occur even in a vacuum. Virtual particles appear and vanish spontaneously, a consequence of the uncertainty principle. Could the universe itself be a magnified version of this principle, a quantum fluctuation so vast that it birthed space-time itself? If so, the Big Bang was not an explosion in space, but an expansion of space, a sudden unfolding of reality from a state in which before had no meaning. Yet even this explanation is profoundly incomplete. How can the laws of physics, which govern the fluctuation, exist in a state where the universe did not exist at all? The very existence of the rules themselves becomes a question, one that stretches the imagination to its limits. Some cosmologists turn to the idea of a false vacuum, an unstable state of empty space containing immense potential energy. When this false vacuum decayed, it triggered an enormous expansion, a runaway inflation that created the universe in a fraction of a second. Space itself stretched faster than light, generating the cosmos we inhabit. Galaxies, stars, planets, and life are all the products of this inflationary surge. Yet even this raises further questions. What set the false vacuum into motion? What defined its potential if there was nothing to define it? The origin of the Big Bang seems to hover beyond empirical reach, a cosmic horizon forever tantalizing, a mystery at the heart of existence itself. To imagine the magnitude of the event is to confront scales beyond comprehension. The Big Bang was not an explosion into pre-existing space. It was the birth of space itself, accompanied by the creation of time, energy, and matter. In the first fractions of a second, temperatures exceeded anything we can replicate, energy densities defied human understanding, and the fundamental forces of nature, gravity, electromagnetism, and the strong and weak nuclear forces, separated from a unified primordial state. The universe expanded faster than light, stretching space itself, and setting in motion the process that would eventually form galaxies, stars, planets, and the conditions for life. To witness this event, even conceptually, is to confront the sublime, to feel the scale of creation compressed into a fleeting instant that contains the seeds of eternity. If the notion that existence itself could emerge from nothing enthralls you, 404 Altverse is where such mysteries unfold. Subscribe and explore the edges of cosmology, quantum mechanics, and philosophical speculation. Each theory, observation, and model invites us to step beyond intuition, to question reality, and to glimpse the processes that transform non-existence into the cosmos we inhabit. This is not merely science. It is the narrative of creation itself, written in the language of physics, mathematics, and awe. Even after the Big Bang, the universe retains traces of its earliest moments. The cosmic microwave background is a faint echo of primordial light, a relic radiation that has traveled 13.8 billion years to reach us. Tiny fluctuations in this radiation seeded galaxies and clusters, revealing patterns that trace back to the earliest fractions of a second. In these patterns lie clues to the conditions preceding the expansion, hints that the universe may have been fine-tuned in ways that allowed complexity, structure, and life to emerge. Each photon, each particle, carries the story of existence itself, whispering secrets of a beginning that defies both imagination and definition. The philosophical consequences are staggering. If something can arise from nothing, then existence itself is not contingent on external cause. The universe may be self-generating, self-contained, and eternal in its capacity to bring forth reality. Yet this also confronts us with existential humility. The cosmos emerged not for observation, not for morality, and not for purpose. It simply is. Humanity, life, and consciousness are consequences of this expansion, remarkable and improbable, yet infinitesimal in scale compared to the vast unfolding of space and time. To understand the Big Bang is to understand both our insignificance and our privilege. We exist in a universe that emerged from nothing, governed by rules that themselves may have emerged simultaneously with reality. Finally, the origin of the Big Bang reminds us that the universe operates on scales beyond comprehension. Its birth was a singularity of energy, time, and space, from which all matter, radiation, and structure emerged. The question of why or how transcends physics and enters the domain of metaphysics, where observation meets imagination and scientific insight converges with philosophical wonder. The spark that ignited existence is not merely a historical event. It is a cosmic invitation to reflect on the nature of reality, the boundaries of understanding, and the extraordinary fact of our own existence within a universe born from nothing. The Big Bang did not merely create matter, it created the very fabric of reality itself, space and time. Before this event, there was no here or now, no distance, no temporal flow. Yet in a fraction of a second, a singularity expanded into the cosmos, a process that defies ordinary understanding. Modern physics describes this expansion as inflation, an almost instantaneous stretching of space that increased the universe's size by a factor of 10 to the power of 26 or more. It was not an explosion into pre-existing space, but the creation of space itself, a stretching so rapid that even light could not traverse it in the conventional sense. Galaxies, stars, planets, and eventually life emerged from the ripples of this inflation, seeded by minute quantum fluctuations that amplified into the large-scale structure of the universe. These quantum fluctuations are essential to understanding how something could emerge from nothing. Even in a vacuum, uncertainty ensures that energy cannot be exactly zero. Particles and antiparticles briefly appear and annihilate, a dance dictated by the laws of quantum mechanics. Could the universe itself be an amplified version of this phenomenon? If a fluctuation on a cosmic scale occurred, the sudden concentration of energy would generate space-time, matter, and radiation simultaneously. Physics suggests that this is not only plausible but perhaps inevitable. Under certain conditions, nothing is unstable, and existence is the default outcome of quantum mechanics writ on a universal canvas. The concept of a multiverse enters naturally here. If the Big Bang was a fluctuation from nothing, why not countless fluctuations? Our universe may be one bubble among an infinite foam of potential realities, each birthed by similar spontaneous events. Some of these universes may have collapsed instantly, others may expand in strange ways governed by different laws of physics, and a few, like ours, may achieve the delicate balance that allows complexity in life. The birth of one universe from nothing suggests that reality itself is a fertile landscape, where creation is a process not bound by causality in the traditional sense, but by the potentialities inherent in quantum fields. The first moments after the Big Bang were dominated by energy densities beyond imagination. Temperatures exceeded trillions of degrees, forcing matter into exotic states such as quark-gluon plasma. Forces that now govern the universe, gravity, electromagnetism, and the strong and weak nuclear forces, were unified, indistinguishable from one another in the searing singularity. As the universe cooled, these forces separated, establishing the framework that permits matter to organize, stars to ignite, and life to eventually emerge. In this process, the cosmos transitioned from chaos to order, from a singularity of energy to a vast tapestry of galaxies, filaments, and voids stretching across billions of light years. If this cosmic birth fascinates you, 404 Altverse is the gateway to exploring it. Subscribe and witness the unfolding of existence from its first instance to the infinite possibilities of multiversal creation. Here, science, philosophy, and speculation converge to illuminate the extraordinary journey from nothing to everything, from singularity to consciousness. Every ripple, every fluctuation, every emergent structure tells a story of survival, complexity, and cosmic beauty. Even the laws of physics themselves may have emerged from this moment. The values of fundamental constants, the speed of light, the strength of gravity, the charge of the electron, appear finely tuned for the emergence of structure. Why these values? If the universe emerged from nothing, these constants may represent stable configurations that allow persistence, complexity, and the unfolding of space-time. Slight deviations might have resulted in universes incapable of forming stars, planets, or chemistry. Our existence may thus be both miraculous and inevitable, the product of an underlying structure that transforms nothing into life-permitting reality. Philosophically, the birth of the universe challenges the very notion of causality. Traditionally, cause precedes effect, yet the Big Bang appears to be an event without a prior cause, a spontaneous emergence of reality itself. Does this mean existence is fundamentally uncaused, self-generating, or eternally possible? The implications ripple into metaphysics. If the universe can emerge from nothing, then perhaps reality itself is not contingent on external forces, moral frameworks, or divine intent. The universe simply exists, as do the laws, matter, and life that emerge from it. In the aftermath, the universe underwent rapid transformation. Cosmic inflation smoothed irregularities while amplifying quantum fluctuations, seeding galaxies, stars, and planetary systems. Light decoupled from matter hundreds of thousands of years later, leaving the cosmic microwave background, a relic glow that carries information from the earliest epochs. This ancient radiation serves as both a message and a mystery, whispering of conditions that predate stars, planets, and life, offering glimpses of how the cosmos emerged from the void. The universe, in its infancy, was simultaneously chaotic and ordered, violent and precise, a paradox that persists in its structure today. Finally, the emergence of the universe from nothing forces reflection on humanity's place in existence. Life, consciousness, and civilization are products of a process that began in absolute non-existence. Every galaxy, every planet, every thought is an echo of that first quantum fluctuation. To contemplate the Big Bang is to confront the sublime, the realization that reality, in all its enormity, complexity, and beauty, originated from nothing at all, without cause or precedent, yet unfolding in a coherent and astonishingly structured manner. The universe began from nothing, and in that singular act, every law, particle, and cosmic structure was born simultaneously. This is a truth that overwhelms comprehension. Time itself emerged from nothing, space unfolded from the void, and existence appeared where no before could exist. To consider the Big Bang is to confront the ultimate paradox. How can there be a cause without a prior framework for causation? How can something emerge from absolute nothingness, and why did it choose to manifest precisely as it did, with the conditions capable of sustaining complexity, structure, and life? The enormity of this question dwarfs human cognition, and yet, in contemplating it, we are invited to glimpse the raw architecture of reality itself. In the first fractions of a second, the universe underwent transformations that are impossible to witness, even conceptually, without the mind straining against its own limits. During inflation, space-time stretched faster than light, creating the vast canvas upon which all matter, energy, and eventually life would be painted. Quantum fluctuations, microscopic tremors in the void, were amplified into the large-scale structures that would eventually form galaxies, stars, and planets. What appears as chaos to the untrained eye was in fact the precise unfolding of possibility, a deterministic interplay dictated by the principles of physics, yet originating from a state in which physics itself did not yet exist in any conventional sense. The question of why the universe exists at all becomes unavoidable. If nothing existed prior to the Big Bang, then no external agent could have acted to create it. The universe is self-generating, emerging from the intrinsic instability of nothingness, from the latent potential embedded in quantum vacuums, from possibilities inherent in what we cannot define. Some theorists suggest that the universe is a fluctuation in a larger multiversal framework, a bubble of existence among infinite potentialities. Others propose that creation is the natural tendency of nothing itself, that non-existence is fundamentally unstable, and that something is inevitable. Each hypothesis pushes the mind toward awe, forcing a confrontation with scales and principles beyond ordinary understanding. If you find the mystery of existence compelling, 404 Altverse is the place to explore these cosmic enigmas. Subscribe and travel with us from the emptiness before time to the emergence of galaxies, stars, and life. Every theory, observation, and thought experiment is a step into the sublime, where science and philosophy meet in the infinite dance of creation. As matter coalesced, the first particles interacted with unimaginable energy densities. Quarks combined into protons and neutrons, forming the seeds of atomic nuclei. Electrons joined these nuclei to create atoms, and radiation decoupled from matter, producing the cosmic microwave background, the earliest light that still echoes through the universe. This is a story written in the very fabric of reality, a record of how something emerged from nothing, structured with both elegance and violence, a cosmic narrative that continues to unfold billions of years later in the formation of stars, planets, and life. The emergence of structure from the void is more than physics. It is the foundation of existence itself. Gravity sculpted the first galaxies, magnetic fields threaded the interstellar medium, and nuclear fusion ignited stars that would produce the heavier elements necessary for planets and life. Every process, every reaction, every cosmic interaction traces back to that initial moment of emergence. The universe is a cascade of consequences stemming from the instability of nothing, a continuous unfolding of possibility into tangible reality. Humanity, planets, and even consciousness are byproducts of this cascading sequence, witnesses to a universe that emerged without precedent, yet evolved into profound complexity. Philosophically, the implications are staggering. If the universe could arise from nothing, then existence is not contingent on purpose, intention, or external causality. Life and consciousness are remarkable, improbable, and yet natural consequences of a cosmos capable of unfolding spontaneously. The Big Bang becomes not only a scientific event, but a metaphysical lens, revealing the fragility and wonder of being. Every particle, every galaxy, every human thought is an echo of the primordial spark that transformed nothing into everything. Considering the Big Bang from a multiversal perspective further magnifies the mystery. If infinite universes emerge from fluctuations or quantum possibilities, our universe may be one of countless manifestations of existence, each with unique properties, constants, and laws. Some universes may collapse instantly, others may expand indefinitely, and some may create conditions allowing consciousness and life. In this context, the Big Bang is both ordinary and extraordinary. Ordinary in its inevitability across infinite possibilities, extraordinary in its precise configuration that permits our existence. The existential weight of this understanding cannot be overstated. Humanity exists as a witness to a universe that emerged from nothing, operating according to rules that themselves may have emerged simultaneously with reality. Our awareness, imagination, and curiosity are products of that emergence, unique sparks in a vast, indifferent, and astonishing cosmos. The Big Bang forces a confrontation with our place in existence. We are both infinitesimal and profoundly connected to the processes that have shaped the universe from its first instant. Finally, the universe emerging from nothing invites awe, humility, and wonder. Time, space, matter, and energy unfolded without precedent or cause, creating a stage for complexity, life, and consciousness. The laws of physics, the formation of galaxies, the ignition of stars, and the rise of life are all consequences of this extraordinary event. To contemplate the Big Bang is to confront the sublime, the emergence of everything from nothing, the instability of the void, and the enduring mystery of existence itself. The universe is both answer and question, beginning and ongoing process, a spectacle of creation unfolding across eons. From nothing, everything exists, and within that everything, consciousness arises to observe, question, and marvel. The Big Bang is not merely a scientific milestone. It is a narrative of cosmic genesis, a story of existence itself, and an invitation to